She's a three-time World Cup gold medalist, and she also happens to be a double amputee. She's Amy Purdy, a pioneer in adaptive snowboarding, a sport she first introduced at the Winter X Games. My colleague Cynthia McFadden hits the slopes and gets some major insights from an athlete who's overcome seemingly insurmountable odds.
I love to ski. I've been doing it since I was a kid growing up in Maine. But snowboarding? Not so much. Okay, I admit it. I was nervous.
Yay!
But the chance to learn from a world champion, well, that was just too much to pass up.
I tried snowboarding at 14 and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Amy Purdy and I met up recently in Aspen, Colorado. We decided to take a run first. She on the board, me on skis. On the lift, she told me a little bit about her life. A kid growing up in the Las Vegas desert, dreaming about snow.
I snowboarded every day off I had, every weekend I had off of school, every holiday we had off of school, and it became a huge part of my life.
Until one morning 13 years ago, when she started to feel a bit weak.
I thought, okay, maybe I'm coming down with something a little bit. I just felt worn out.
She was 19 years old.
And within 24 hours, I was in the hospital on life support, less than a 2% chance of living.
Her bloodstream had been invaded by a deadly bacteria, her body literally taken over by meningitis.
I was in kidney failure. I ended up having a kidney transplant on my 21st birthday. I lost my spleen, I lost the hearing in my left ear. My legs really, at the beginning, were the easiest part, believe it or not.
Her legs were amputated just below her knees.
The minute that I woke up from my coma, I knew right away that I was going to find a way to snowboard again.
Unbelievably, just 7 months later, Amy Purdy was on a board again.
I mean, to literally get back on the board after that experience, where does that come from?
Gosh, I think just passion. I want to go that way. I'm going to go that way.
When she started out in 2000, there was no prosthetic that worked for snowboarding. So she and her doctor set about fashioning a foot from scratch that would work on a snowboard.
It's a random kind of Frankenstein foot. So it's a foot that was already built, that's made of wood, actually, and then it was an already existing ankle joint and some of these already existing pieces that we just put together differently so that I could ride.
Today, at 32, she is a world champion, having won 3 World Cup gold medals in adaptive snowboarding.
Oh, good, I got it.
She has also founded a nonprofit company, Adaptive Action Sports, to offer other physically challenged people a chance to experience for themselves what snowboarding has meant for her.
So you really don't want to change it too much.
People like 24-year-old Colin Raz. The Marine sergeant lost both of his legs to a roadside bomb in Afghanistan last May.
I don't have any knees. I can't bend my knees to get into position, so it's all hips and shoulders.
That's what's great about our programs, is it really is by example. It's not us being able-bodied telling someone, oh, you're going to be okay, everything's going to be okay. They just see that it is okay.
And I suppose for all of us, the biggest thing isn't our legs or our arms, but our head.
Absolutely. 100%. Our biggest disabilities are up here. This is where we limit ourselves.
I was ready to try and conquer my own fear. My first ever snowboarding lesson.
Okay, so I'm going to have you hold my hands, actually. Okay. So you're going to stay on your heels a little bit, but you're going to let it go just slightly so that you can start moving down. Now heels. Nice. Heels.
Amy Purdy has a gift.
So don't let your toes go all the way down.
It's not just her courage and self-discipline. It's a belief in herself that makes you believe in yourself.
I love it.
A teacher not just of the board, but of life. Reminding me that this journey is really what you make of it.
Good one. Perfect. Came to a stop.
Amy, come here!
If somebody would have told me that I was going to lose my legs at the age of 19
I would have thought that there's absolutely no way I'd be able to handle that. But then it happened, and I realized that there's so much more to live for, that my life isn't about my legs.
For Nightline, I'm Cynthia McFadden in Aspen, Colorado.